Hi guys, my name is Tamia and today I'm back with another video. So for today's video, I wanted to do my experience with braces and advice, tips that I can give you for people that are willing to get braces or that people that already have braces. So let's get started with the video. So my experience with braces was that I got my braces in 2015 for my 15th birthday. I wore it for about 2.5 years, then I got it taken out. And these are my the way that my teeth currently look. I didn't wear my retainers for a long time, so maybe some of them have switched and stuff like that, but I would recommend that you do. My experience with braces was that it wasn't a hard process or a bad process for me. It was just really painful because the braces because it's pulling together, it tends to pain. So that's basically my experience with it. Now I'm going to move on to the advice and the tips that I can give. So when I got my braces, I didn't know what to expect because I've never had braces before, so you never know what to expect. But I'm going to tell you what you can expect. When you get braces, the first time you go for your appointment, they do ask to take pictures. For me, that was the way it was done. I was asked to take pictures of my teeth before and then asked to take pictures of my teeth after. And when I placed the braces on, they also asked for pictures of my teeth. I would recommend that before you get your braces done, you eat something prior to going because I didn't know that. And after I got my braces, then I thought I would go for maybe like ice cream or I would go eat something that's really smooth and she didn't recommend that I eat, I think, after an hour or 2 hours I couldn't eat for. So I would recommend that you eat beforehand because you don't want to end up starving. Um, Another thing that they tell you is that you shouldn't use whitening toothpaste. And I questioned this because I wasn't sure. I was so accustomed to using whitening toothpaste that I was just like, oh my gosh, my teeth are not going to look good if I don't have whitening toothpaste. But that's not the case. I ended up using a toothpaste that was called Sensodyne. I can list it above, add a picture to show you what I use. It was pretty good for me. That was what was recommended to me from my dentist, and it worked pretty fine. When I took out my braces, there wasn't any yellow stains. I didn't have any of those issues, so that's a good thing. Um, Another advice that I would give is that um, before your appointments, just make sure that you're not hungry. Like I stated before, make sure you're not hungry because for every appointment, you get paid because they are changing the wires. It's being tightened, so it brings pain because your wires are being pulled together so that your teeth, it's switching everything. It's just going to be painful after you're done. So make sure that you eat something so that when you come home, you don't have to endure biting into bread. Even the smallest is biting into bread, with your wires and your rubbers and stuff changed, it hurts. I'm gonna be realistic, it does hurt. So I would recommend that you eat before going. Another thing I would say is that you should floss as much as possible. I know that sometimes some people think that it takes up time, but please floss as much as possible. I had a few experiences where I didn't floss and my dentist was able to identify that just because she saw like leftover food from when I ate like an hour before left there, and I wouldn't recommend. It's very embarrassing, and it saves you her have or him having to tell you that, yeah, I floss, blah 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 blah. I would also say to be more self-aware of yourself, but not to the point where you're just like, oh my gosh, what's happening to me? But more self-aware because with braces, food tends to get stuck in your teeth. So just make sure that when you're done, you have like maybe something, or you can go to the bathroom. Even in school, you can go to the bathroom and you can just take a look and make sure that there's no big food stuck in your tooth right here. And you're just talking to people and you don't even notice, because at the end of the day it can be quite embarrassing and you won't even notice because your brackets are just holding it up. So make sure that you're more aware of like, okay, maybe I should go check or something like that. I would also advise that you wear your retainers as much as possible. Wear them as much because you did not go through all the pain just for your teeth to move around and just change back again. um it would be very painful to see your teeth move back just when you know that you went through all of that pain. So wear them as much as possible, get the changes, just do it. Another thing that I would advise is if you go to the dentist appointment and they tell you something, don't just come home and then research it. Make sure you ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask questions, find out the information so that you know, so that you're able to get that understanding of why you need to do something. And I think most of the times when we get that understanding, we tend to do it because we know why we're doing it, you know? Um, and the last thing that I have to say is that when you have braces, just make sure that when you're done, that you don't break the mold that they create. When you break the mold that they create, it's so hard for them to create a retainer. So don't do that. It's always recommended that you never break that. I broke mine's, but I wouldn't advise anyone to break it. So just make sure you have that because that's how they're able to create new retainers for you. Um, Another thing is that make sure that after you're done with like your braces and stuff like that, because I didn't know tonight, but I can advise somebody. After you're done, your teeth tend to become really dry, your mouth, your whole mouth area, just because of the main fact that they use this kind of sour product in your mouth and then they dry it up and stuff like that. And so it's better to walk with like some chapstick, something just to put on your lips. Because when I took my pictures for my braces and I look back at them, I'm just like, I wish that I had some chapstick so my lips wouldn't look so dry. But that's what tends to happen because of the stuff that they use. Another thing is that when you go and you get the braces, if you're a person that just prepare yourself because the scraping and the on your teeth, it tends to be very heavy on your teeth. It tends to hurt. It has like a funny feeling. That's how it was for me. So I'm just letting people know in advance. And my last advice is that because your teeth are not aware or they don't know about the feeling of having anything on them, the next day after having braces are going to be painful just because of the fact that your teeth have never had anything on them. When you wear these braces now, it feels so heavy in your mouth. It's just like, why is it there? It's painful, but the pain does go away. So, yeah, this is basically my advice, my experience with braces. I just wanted to make a short video so that people who are willing to get braces or who already have braces um, and get an idea of what to expect, what to do, So if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Bye, guys.